Hello, my name is Sheldon Wrice, and I serve as Vice President of Inclusion and Equity here at the University of Akron.
What departments make up the Office of Equity, Inclusion, and Diversity?
We actually have several departments under our umbrella. One is the Office of Multicultural Development. The Title IX coordinator reports to my office, as well as academic achievement programs.
What is the main objective of your office?
Our office is to focus on inclusive excellence, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. We also do programming, we do training, and looking at the best practices of working with underserved populations within the university.
What does diversity look like at the University of Akron?
The University of Akron is extremely diverse. Aside from African American, Hispanic, we also have a diverse group of students from various countries.
If you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
I would say love.
Overall, would you say young adults today are more accepting of all people?
Yes, I would. And part of that is because I also teach part-time. So I like to keep my hand grounded into the classroom. So I can say I keep my hand on the pulse of the student population, and I would have to say they are very diverse, very knowledgeable, and very sensitive of various cultures.
What are the benefits of having a diverse campus like the University of Akron?
It not only enhances a student's portfolio for the work environment and how to interact with other people from various walks of life, but also as a component to that rich history as a faculty member, as administrator. I have learned and grown by learning more about the various cultures that are here on campus and the various diverse groups that we serve.
What job or career might have you been in if you weren't in your current role?
I knew at an early age that I wanted to go in the field of education. Both parents were in education, both grandparents were in education. But I would probably say my family also owns a funeral home. So I would probably have become a licensed mortician.
What are some of the activities that take place on campus to celebrate diversity?
One, of course, is our Black, Brown, and Beyond Male Summit, which is coming up at the end of March. Our Rethinking Race series, Rethinking Race, Black, White, and Beyond. Also, we celebrate LGBT Pride Month, which was a fascinating event and a colorful event, shall I say.
What's life like in your role as Vice President of Inclusion and Equity and Chief Diversity Officer?
I guess the best answer I can give you, there is never, ever a dull moment. We do programming, we do policies, we work with HR. It's just, I guess that's what I love most about the job, because I don't know what I'm going to have to deal with from day to day or address from day to day.
What's something about you that people may be surprised to know?
Probably can think of two things. One, I love to fish. A lot of people can't envision me actually with the fishing reel, pole fishing. And also working in the yard. I like keeping an immaculate lawn. And a lot of people think I actually pay someone to do my lawn, but I do it myself.
Who has been a great advocate for social justice and equal rights that the average person might not know?
Perhaps one of the gentle giants that I think of is a man, an attorney by the name of Edward Gilbert, who's a prominent civil rights attorney with here in Akron. He doesn't really have to be in front of the camera to be seen, but he's a gentle giant in helping to move the needle for social justice.
What's your favorite book?
James Baldwin, Go Tell It on the Mountain. And even though he never claimed it as his biography, because I've done extensive research on him, that narrative really kind of co-lines with his actual life, because it deals with a book from a young man who is going from boyhood to manhood based on various experiences that he has encountered in his family and in life.
Who is your favorite music artist or group?
I would have to say Prince. Prince.
Can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with Prince. No, I actually love his music, his choreography, his dancing. I wish I had half of his talent.
Who is a historical figure that you would want to have dinner with, and why?
Clearly, W.E.B. Du Bois. He was a scholar, he was a gentleman, he was very polished, but also very grounded. I was so fascinated with him that I was intentional even where I went to get my master's at Atlanta University in Atlanta, where he actually had worked. So he would definitely be the late, great Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois.
If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's a tough one. Because I love seafood and I love steak. So I'll go with seafood because that encompasses more than one type of meat.
What's the first thing you would buy if you won the lottery?
The first thing I would buy, or the first thing I would do rather, would pay off all of my bills, including that thing called a student loan.
What's your favorite season?
My favorite season, believe it or not, is winter. I grew up in the South, so I didn't get the 4 seasons. And I like it when school gets canceled. That hasn't happened lately, but I do like that as well.
What's your ideal vacation?
I would love to do Europe for 2 weeks, Dubai for another 2, and maybe end back up in Honolulu, Hawaii.
A little trip around the globe there.
Yeah,
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
to fly.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Believe it or not, I am both.
What is your favorite or most inspirational quote of all time?
Probably that would be a man by the name of Benjamin Elijah Mays, who was former president of Morehouse and a very high influence to Martin Luther King. And he had this saying that whatever one touches, his aim ought always be to leave that which he touches better than he found it.